Over the next 7 days, we're making this 6,000-kilometer journey across Canada by train. We started in Halifax, Nova Scotia and boarded the Ocean, a 25-hour route that took us through the Maritimes to Montreal, Quebec. This was our first time on a train, so we really didn't know what to expect, but between the quality of food, the stunning views of Eastern Canada, and our own room that had a bathroom, shower, and a couch that converted to 2 bunk beds, we had everything we needed. Well, except for gravel. Actually make that 2 packs. Today, we're continuing west, ending up in Toronto so we can catch our final train, the Canadian, an iconic 4-day route that is sure to be the highlight of the trip. That is, if Todd can get his train legs under him. We post a new video every Sunday and the occasional midweek video, so if you end up liking this one, give it a thumbs up and come along. Wow, that was a close call. We just made it to Montreal in time. We quickly grabbed our bags, found the next train, and just checked in. Thank you.
So we are just about to board the train from Montreal down to Toronto.
So this is just a commuter train. This one is only like a 5 or a 6 hour train ride.
Yeah.
And then the next train that we get on is the Canadian. So
that's the long one.
The long one, yeah. It's a nice train.
Yeah.
You know where we're sitting?
Yeah, 15, 16.
Don't dim your shine, this is your time, got to let it show. Let's go!
This route is known as the Corridor, which connects the provinces of Quebec and Ontario, home to a chain of cities that make up the economic and political hub of Canada. This small stretch of rail, less than 10% of our journey, accounts for over 70% of the rail traffic in Canada. With this route only taking 5.5 hours, there are no sleeper cabins on board, but you have the choice of economy or business class. Just to be clear, this entire trip across Canada we've paid for with our own money, and we are not affiliated with the train companies in any way. We're both just really surprised at the value, and we thought it would be cool to share.
Cheers. Cheers. You're supposed to take a sip after you say cheers, or it's bad luck. Key ingredient to white and rosé, a little bit of ice.
We keep it classy here.
Nothing but the best.
This train goes so much faster than the Halifax one. They really get up to speed.
Oh yeah. Oh, your salad looks good too. We'll have to use the poivre.
The what?
Pepper.
We're going like 100 miles an hour. I'm gonna spill my wine.
Well,
cheers.
Cheers.
How was it?
Like, really good.
I cannot get over how fast we're going. Those of you in Europe are probably like 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah, please. We were just chatting about how it would cost us more to drive a car from Montreal to Toronto than our tickets were. Plus, we're getting a 3-course meal, which, by the way, you get to choose from a huge list of dietary requirements when you book your ticket. And not only do we get wine, but it's free refills. It's wild. One tip if you end up taking this route, not all the seats on board are the same. If you're traveling as a couple, I would go for these seats, 15 and 16. You face one another and you have this large table to share so you can enjoy your meal, chat, and take in the views together. It's also right next to the bathroom, which is great for Todd in case the motion sickness hits again.
That's the train.
This bathroom is so much bigger than an airplane bathroom. Look at this. There's so much space in here. Do cartwheels in here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we just made it to Toronto, and now we're gonna go get our checked bag.
We got plans to take this world by storm. Just believe and you receive all the good.
Hey.
Hi, good.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Wow, that's a really big trunk.
Yeah, bigger than I thought it was.
We've been down this road, won't go back. No, let's go. We'll keep moving on.
Thank you so much.
I still feel a little bit nauseous if I move too quickly or like spin fast, but I just feel a sway.
I know, I feel it
so
too.
Weird. Anyway.
And on that note, we ordered sushi.
Because why not? You know, we're in Toronto. We got a really cool Airbnb. Unfortunately, the train was delayed getting in, so we didn't really get to see it in the day, but we'll give you a quick tour in the morning.
Yeah, so we're gonna dig into this and we'll see you in the morning.
Night.
Good morning. As you know, we are building a shipping container home in Nova Scotia, but we've never actually seen one in person or stayed in one. So we thought if we're in Toronto, this would be the perfect opportunity to experience it. So this is two 20-foot shipping containers fused side by side, stacked on top of a garage. So this is a really unique style of building. It's called a laneway home. So there's a house in front of us, and then this is basically built in the backyard. It is a really great way to build affordable housing in cities. So it's really cool that Toronto's taking this initiative. So when you come up the stairs and come in the front door, the first thing that you'll see is this kitchen. It's small, but it does the trick. It has everything that you need. It has a microwave, a really big sink, an oven, and of course, a fridge. You may recognize this fridge. This is almost identical to the one that we have in the dome. We've got lots of space up here for dishes. The kitchen is an Eden style. Obviously, this is a studio, so there's not a lot of space. There is seating for two here. And then when you come through this way, you are in the one room in this space. So right now I have the bed folded down. This is a Murphy style bed, which I think is a really great idea maybe for the containers. I'm not 100% sure yet. What do you think?
It is a good way of maximizing space in the day and getting the bed out of the way when you're in a small area. So it folds up and then, yeah, you've got all this space.
All of the windows and doors in here are floor to ceiling, and we were really nervous because we did the same thing with our containers, how it would look when it's totally finished. I think it looks really great, and it allows in as much light as possible into the space. And coincidentally enough, the heat pump that was installed here is the Mitsubishi Hyperheat, which is the most efficient on the market. And we did the exact same one. So I'm feeling kind of good so far that we're on to the right thinking.
We're kind of twinsies with this one.
Yeah. So when you come this way, when I said laneway earlier, right here, there is a lane. So you're really using every square foot of the lot possible. Again, a great way to allow more affordable housing in really expensive cities. So when you come this way, you enter the bathroom. And I think this is probably the space that I'm the most excited to see in person. We are really nervous about finishing the bathrooms in our shipping container home. And this is the same size we measured, and look how functional this is. You have everything that you need, a beautiful stand-up shower, and to solve the issue with not enough space, they put the shower door on a slider, which is really smart. Having this be a hinge that either swings open or swings into the shower would really eat up the precious space in the bathroom. We've got a toilet set here in the corner, which we're totally gonna do this as well. I thought that this would really block everything off, but it doesn't. You can see through the glass. And then, of course, just a basic sink here. And you may remember the windows that we did the same thing. We put them up really high, hey?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it allows light in, but keeps privacy.
Except we did mess up, and on the main floor, we put the bathroom window a little bit too low, so everyone coming in that driveway is gonna see the bits and bobs in the bathroom.
But that's lessons. We're not professionals. We're learning as we go. All in all, I feel really good about all of the decisions that we've made. Look at this. Automatic blinds.
So cool.
It's so cool. It's little touches like this, I think, that really add a lot to a space. And in a dense area like Toronto, of course you're gonna want that because you don't want all of your neighbors looking in.
But also the efficiency of blocking the glass and a little bit more
Totally.
insulation in the winter climate.
Yeah, so anyway, that is the tour inside. Let's head outside and show you what the containers look like. So that's at the back of the lot. This is the main house. This is the laneway through here and the main street. You would just pull off the main intersection, park your car in there, and then go up to your house. That is one 20-foot shipping container, and then the other one is there, and then they're fused together with a metal panel. Rather than a super expensive foundation, these are cinder blocks stacked on top of one another, filled with concrete, and then the shipping containers put right on top. Is it giving you lots of design inspo?
Yeah, makes me excited to finish ours finally.
Yeah. Makes me excited to start our next one.
Nope.
I would do a cute one like that, like a little guest house for the shipping containers. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Ready to head out?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we made it to downtown Toronto and checked into our hotel for the night. The plan was to just spend the day exploring the city and maybe even take in some of the nightlife, but Todd is really not feeling well. This motion sickness has got the better of him. I ran out to the drugstore and picked him up some Gravol and some ginger chews, so I'm hoping that that helps. I was able to upgrade our room, which is awesome. So we have this little like kitchenette area off to the side. We are going to be living like sardines in a can for the next couple of days, so having some space for him to feel better for tomorrow is really the priority. Doing something like this would have been more of a splurge for us, but we've gotten so much better at managing our travel money, and that's thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. If you've never heard of Rocket Money, it's an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you manage your money better, lower your bills, and even cancel subscriptions. You can create customized budgets in seconds so you always know where your money is going. So if you've allocated $100 a month for entertainment and you end up spending $150, you'll get notifications to say, hey, you're a little bit over on your budget here. You need to scale back or reallocate your funds. Not only can you cancel unwanted subscriptions that you have through the app, you can also get them to act on your behalf, go out to your phone bill or your internet provider and say, hey, this rate is super high. Let's get a better deal. They'll do everything for you to make sure that you're getting the absolute best deal. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 per year when you use its premium features. Not only does it accelerate your goals and your savings, but it empowers you to be more on top of where every single dollar in your monthly budget is going. Make sure you scan the QR code or click the link in the description box below. You can get started for free, so definitely check that out. I'm just going to catch up on a little bit of admin while Todd is napping, and hopefully he can come around. You feeling any better? I'll take that as a no.
Kind of. I am a bit. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. So, I feel like I'm moving, but then even when I don't feel like I'm moving, it's these weird, like, dizzy spells. It's the only way I can describe it. Like, I'm looking forward, but the whole world just starts to move it goes in this direction and just starts spinning. And then my eyes get really dark and I have to like sit down or I'm going to throw up.
Keep in mind, this is 25 hours on a train. We are going to be spending the next 97 hours on a train. I'm a little bit nervous.
I'm conflicted. So I feel bad because I feel like I'm ruining Toronto, but...
You're not, Todd. Don't feel that way.
I know. But like when you divorce me, it's my own fault for getting motion sick. I can't say that with a straight face, but...
We were really looking forward to...
I need a little snuggle.
Yeah. We were looking forward to like spending some time in the city and going out, but we're an hour and a half flight away. We can come back.
Yeah, we're not taking the train. I don't want to discourage people from it because it was an amazing experience and the food was great, the people amazing. But what's wrong with my hair?
You're going through it. I feel so bad.
But it's just, I don't know. We've also been doing some research, and I don't know if I've ever said this before, but like I had hearing issues as a kid. Like I didn't learn to talk until I was almost 3 because I couldn't hear people talking. So I would just like make sounds out of my mouth.
And he hasn't stopped since.
Making up for last time. But from that, they did a surgery and they put tubes in my ears. And then when they took them out, there's damage on the eardrums, which left me with tinnitus, which is related to vertigo and motion sickness because it's all inner ear stuff. So we're thinking that might be something like the constant rocking. Because like I don't get sick on planes, boats, like cars, nothing. I can't think of the last time I was motion sick.
Like this is probably like TMI, but he's thrown up like probably like 20 times in the last...
I've thrown up my body weight and your body weight. I don't know where it's coming from.
It's just, yeah.
Some people take Ozempic. I just get on a train.
I am a little bit nervous. Like I hope, because once we get on the train tomorrow, like I said, it's like almost 100 hours that we're on the train. Like you can't really get off.
But I think that one's going to be better. Talking to some people on the train about it, they were saying that the line from Halifax to Montreal isn't as maintained well because it's not used as heavily as the one from Toronto to Vancouver. Yeah. So I think like that would be kind of like the equivalent of driving on a bumpy road versus
Maybe.
a paved road. That's what I'm telling myself.
Do you feel like the gravel helped a little?
It did. The ginger
Yeah.
chews are nice too because I put them under my tongue. I was putting the gravel under my tongue, but it burns it. So the ginger chews are just kind of nice. Anyway, if you don't mind, I think I just want to take another little nap and then maybe get like a hot shower or something and go from there.
Okay. You did sleep for like 6 hours already.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna have another. Just
Will
like,
you be able to sleep tonight?
oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's probably...
I'll take a gravel.
It probably is better, though, that you're, like, as good as you can be for tomorrow.
It's the only time the world stops spinning. Although, weirdly, if I roll onto this side, it makes me dizzy. Like, I have to be laying on this side or on my back. This side, no go.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll just run out and go for a walk.
Okay.
Like, I want to be here in support, but, like, there's not a lot that I can do.
Yeah, and you can only listen to me throwing up for so long.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a man with a man cold. You know what that's like, right, ladies?
That's enough out of you. Go for your walk.
Okay, I'm gonna head out for a bit. I honestly forgot what it was like to be in a city with millions and millions of people around. There are more people in like a 10-kilometer radius of me right now than in all of Nova Scotia times 3. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, I ended up at a drugstore and I just got a bunch of stuff that I'm really hoping is going to make Todd feel better. Even though this isn't the night out in Toronto that we thought that it was going to be, it doesn't mean that it can't be fun. We're going to make the most of it. So I'm going to head back and see how he's feeling. You're up, right? That's a good sign.
It is. I don't know.
How are you feeling?
I'm just like, it's funny not to laugh at the ridiculousness of it all. We're like 1-2 trains into this journey. Like, but I am feeling a lot better. I think I needed to like sleep and just be...
Were you napping there? It looks like you were.
Oh yeah, starfished in the bed. I found the extra pillows in the closet. Ooh. Little treat, little souvenir treat.
No, it's not a treat, but I figured it would make you feel better.
Aww.
You know, like a clean face.
Yeah.
And then feet, like it all starts at the feet.
Yeah, like deal with your crusty crust and deal with your stinky feet. I'm just over here getting the spa ready. These never fit your face.
Never.
You got a big head.
Got big head.
I think that's what most people secretly walk away with when they meet you in person. They're like, wow.
Whew, he had a big face.
Oh. Oh.
See, you're gonna feel so good.
This is what you tell me every time you give me a facial. I mean these masks.
You're gonna love it. Thoroughly cleanse and dry feet. We have to wash our feet.
I'm not
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Cut along the seam with what? We don't have scissors here.
We're in a hotel. Who's going to the front desk looking like this to ask to have our foot moving? I think we can do it with our feet together.
No, we would have to lay down like we're got club feet.
No.
Yes.
No, you would wear them like this and put your feet together.
I wasn't expecting it to be like this.
Me neither. I thought we would just have a nice night in Toronto.
Like, what happened to that? And they made this
Way
unnecessarily complicated. This is crazy.
I'm surprised your feet fit in those.
We got there.
Namaste. Do you want under my blanket?
This wasn't exactly the couple days in Toronto that we planned on, but we had fun just the same. With Todd starting to come around, he decided he wanted some Lebanese food, so we ordered that in, and it was so good. Exactly the night that he needed.
I am feeling so much better. It turns out all my body needed was a huge amount of sleep and some gravel to get over this motion sickness. I want to start off by saying a huge shout out to Ty. I honestly don't know what I would have done without him. He's been just so amazing. I mean, even right now, he's run down to the lobby to get some coffee and scope out the breakfast scene, because apparently there's like a continental breakfast here. But I'm going to jump in the shower and just refresh myself so we can get ready to get on the Canadian, because I am really excited for this. Tyler has wanted to do this train trip for such a long time, which is how it got onto my mind, and then obviously I wanted to do it, so it's a huge bucket list item for us, and no amount of motion sickness is going to ruin this for me. So I am going to get a nice hot shower and we are going to get going.